Although the Middle Ages were not without their troubles, they left us with fascinating folklore that captivates us. Knights, castles, and legendary creatures such as dragons have shaped our culture. Europe remains one of the few places in the world with well-preserved cities and villages with medieval charm and architecture. Without further ado, gents, let's dive into the top 10 medieval places to visit in Europe. Rothenburg, Germany. This medieval town in the middle of Germany gives visitors a glimpse into the past. Once a thriving trading hub, its streets now celebrate history. Rothenburg's attractions are interesting and varied. There are many sights to see, from the Medieval Criminal Museum to Planline Corner's panoramic vistas. For an amazing experience, take the Night Watchman's Tour at night, where history comes alive. The nearby villages of Nordlingen and Dinkelsbühl offer more medieval charm for adventurers. Nordlingen's charm is increased by its circular layout, which makes it the perfect spot for a perfect picture. Every turn reveals a new wonder. Some of the best places to visit in Rothenburg are the Medieval Criminal Museum, Imperial City Museum, and lovely City Wall. The covered medieval wall is stunning at sunset when most tourists have left. A historic blacksmith shop, a bustling market square, and terrific mom-and-pop pubs will make you feel like you've gone back in time to hundreds of years ago. And believe me, it's not an experience you want to recover from. Prague, Czech Republic. The Middle Ages are one of the most interesting periods in history, but unsurprisingly, they're accompanied by tales of war, which is why no one ever expects to see medieval buildings that survive war. But surprisingly, medieval buildings survived the battle in Prague's city core. Prague's historic heart is unaffected by war, giving visitors a unique look back in time. Prague's beautiful architecture, Gothic spires, and the colorful facade are what increase its appeal. The Church of Our Lady Before Time, with its Gothic spires, dominates the old town square. Walk past whimsically named structures like the Storch House and the House of Gold Ring, showcasing the city's heritage. Lanterns illuminate the city's cobblestone streets at dusk, creating a breathtaking atmosphere. More gems await outside Prague. Karlovy Vary's natural moat and Karlsten's castle showcase the Holy Roman Empire's splendor. At the Bone Chapel in Kutna-Hora, 40,000 skeletons were used to build the walls. Shocking, right? Number 3. Colmar, France. Colmar in Alsace is the type of town that could only exist in fairy tales, but surprisingly, it actually exists. Popularly known as France's Beauty and the Beast village due to its half-timbered buildings and twisting canals. Despite its gorgeous appearance, its rich history and strong wine culture are and attract visitors the most. Visit Fishmonger's District and Little Venice, where rowboats ply the Lauch River. You can also choose to admire 15th and 16th century architecture and relax at one of Europe's most famous Christmas markets. The Over Notre Dame Art Museum displays Middle Ages masterpieces for art lovers, making it a place to connect with people of similar passions. Colmar's medieval wine history sets it apart. Colmar is one of the hotspots for the finest wine in medieval Europe. And believe me, one taste of Europe's medieval wine, and you'll be forgetting all about the other wines you've ever tasted. Beyond Colmar, find charming wine towns like Riqueher and Ugesan that have fewer tourists visiting them. But one thing is certain, whether enjoying the region's finest wines or its rich history, Colmar ensures an amazing experience. Mont Saint-Michel, France. Mont Saint-Michel might appear to be another medieval town on a rock formation off France's northern coast, but this town is a masterpiece. This little village of 44 people offers a look into a frozen world. The cathedral towers over the residential buildings while imposing a domineering aura. Mont Saint-Michel's silhouette has intrigued painters and storytellers for decades, even appearing in Disney's Tangled. Mont Saint-Michel's medieval charm has survived the ages despite its fame. For decades, only low tide allowed dangerous crossings across the tidal basin to reach Mont Saint-Michel. In 2013, an elevated road allowed tourists to explore this wonderful region at any time away from the tides. Mont Saint-Michel offers a unique historical experience, whether you choose to explore it by walking along the street or admiring its seaside views. Siena, Italy. Siena in Tuscany attracts tourists with its old-world beauty. Its streets provide numerous cal marvels, culinary delights, and cultural depth. Siena's Piazza del Campo, a 1300s medieval urban planning masterwork, is its center. Despite the hustle and bustle, travelers may see historic mansions and watch the Palio di Siena horse race. The Palazzo Pubblico and the Cathedral of Siena are among the city's architectural marvels. With zebra-striped columns and exquisite mosaic flooring, the church showcases the city's artistic talent. There are many medieval castles and villages outside Siena that are worth visiting. Each stop showcases Tuscany's rich legacy, from San Gimignano's towers to Volterra's old alleyways. Carcassonne, France. Arriving at Carcassonne feels like entering a fairy tale, where a majestic castle dominates a settlement surrounded by massive city walls. This medieval wonder, one of the best in Europe, promises a fascinating history lesson in Provence. The Romans built Carcassonne's defenses, which became a powerful Visigoth fortress in the Middle Ages. Carcassonne gained military might at the crossroads of major trade routes, its fortifications standing evidence of centuries of strategic importance. From the stone arch bridge and walls to the labyrinthine town center lanes, Carcassonne is a sensory experience. Take in the panoramic views from the Basilica of Saint Nazaire, a centuries-old architectural masterpiece. For an authentic experience, stay at the Hotel de la Cité, located within Carcassonne's walls since 1909, combining history and modern luxury. San Gimignano, Italy. San Gimignano, Italy. San Gimignano is smaller than Siena, but with its medieval watchtowers, has its own charm. Architectural marvels tower above Tuscany, giving the area a bygone look. San Gimignano's 15 well-preserved tower houses recall its rich and powerful past. The settlement once had 72 towers, each symbolizing a noble family's might. San Gimignano's cobblestone alleyways echo history, transporting you back in time. It captures the essence of medieval times and showcases medieval architecture. St. Paul de Vence, France. Next up on your to-visit list should be none other than St. Paul de Vence. St. Paul de Vence is a medieval hilltop town between Nice and Antibes, beckons. Walking inside the city walls in the morning before the masses arrive is like entering a frozen realm. The sun-soaked streets and worn stone walls of St. Paul de Vence exude serenity. This lovely village has inspired painters and dreamers for generations with its enchantment. Boutique stores and art galleries open throughout the day, offering visitors a treasure trove of delights. A winery trip into the vine-clad cliffs will immerse you in old-world France. Venice. Venice exemplifies medieval life on 118 charming islands connected by almost 400 beautiful bridges. Venice's astounding passageways and aged waterfront buildings transport you to the 1400s and 1500s busy streets. Despite its popularity with tourists, Venice keeps its beauty and ancient atmosphere. Venice ruled the Adriatic Sea and connected Europe, the Middle East, and Asia in its glory. The city's naval strength peaked during the Fourth Crusade, when it seized Constantinople and brought back treasures that still line its streets. Most of Venice's most famous sites are medieval. Gondola rides have been a city staple since the 11th century, when these beautiful boats patrolled the canals. The carnival's colorful masquerade balls, first held in 1162, still delight visitors. For additional medieval romanticism, Verona's stone streets are less than an hour distant by rail. Bologna, 90 minutes from Venice, has towers and is another appealing alternative. Visit Ravenna to see Byzantine splendor and Venice's heritage among the ancient ruins. Sighisoara, Romania. Sighisoara, home to the famed Palace Castle and Brand Castle of Dracula legends, is mysterious and intriguing. Despite not being related to Brand Castle, Vlad the Impaler's birthplace in Sighisoara enhances the village's mystique. the Paneri Forest in Wallachia, and Vlad's former royal court in Dragovist are among the Dracula attractions between Sighisoara and Bucharest. Each place reveals the mysterious figure's tragic past. Consider visiting Riga, Latvia, and Tallinn, Estonia, which offer an insight into Eastern Europe's rich history, despite the absence of villages in their original state. From medieval architecture to old traditions, these cities are full of mystery. Edinburgh, Scotland. Edinburgh rivals Prague as Europe's top medieval city with its impressive castle and charm. Edinburgh offers a unique medieval experience, from its royal castles that have dominated the skyline since the 1100s to its rich history and culture. That's all for today's video. Have you ever been to any medieval places in Europe? Which of these places would you fancy seeing when you next take a vacation to Europe? Let us know in the comments section below. Have a great day, and thank you all so much for watching this video.